Welcome back to the Anderson Bunch,
where everything's crazy,
and you're here to witness it. So today we are finally doing the Q&A that you guys have been waiting for, that you guys asked questions for a while ago. All right.
Stupid coronavirus.
I know, this coronavirus is very serious, and it's been kind of affecting our lives a little bit. Before we get started, might as well just tell a little bit what's going on in our lives. She is almost 1, and she's tired.
In 14 days.
14 days she'll be 1. I'm working at home right now because of everything that's going on. So that's been nice.
I'm not working at all, but I'm still getting paid, so living the sweet life. What's up?
Alright, might as well just get started since, we don't really have much to talk about. Our lives are kind of the same as the last video. Alright, first question somebody asked, what are our dream jobs?
That's a difficult one for me to answer. My dream job has changed a lot over my life, as most people's do. I originally wanted to start out as like a car designer, car engineer. I wanted to like design really cool looking cars and stuff. So I guess in a way mine stayed kind of the same, because I guess my dream job would be kind of a mechanic of sorts, but at the same time I also want to go into the military, because it's what my dad did, and I've always looked up to my dad a lot. So I don't know. What I do know is that I like to fix things. If it's broken, I like to pull it apart and see if I can't fix it. And
yeah, that's very true.
That's what I like to do.
He loves to put cars back together too. My dream job would probably to be a pastry chef. I really like baking treats, brownies, cookies, cheesecake, things like that. One day I'd like to own my own bakery so I can have my own hours, so I can be able to take care of this one and any of our other future children. Hopefully a little bit later down the road I can start going to school for that and learn some business and how to start my own business for the little bakery.
Don't whack my face.
Alright, next question is, would we ever move out of Utah? If you didn't hear that, would we ever move out of Utah?
Yes.
Yes, that is the question of that one. We are planning on... She's such a distraction. Yeah, can you see yourself? Are you growling? Sorry, she's really distracting. Yes, we are planning on building a house in Idaho. We're trying to decide right now if we're going to continue living in Utah for a couple of years after we get some things figured out, or if we're going to move to Idaho until we decide that it's time to build our house, our dream home. I think we've always thought about moving to Idaho. We like Idaho. It's a pretty state.
Well, I think it started after we took that trip for my cousin's, I want to say baptism.
No, she came home from her mission.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember what it was, but one of my cousins came home. They live up in Idaho. And while we were there, we visited one of her friends, Jordan, and I think on the drive there, I commented about how pretty Idaho was with the forests and stuff. And obviously Utah has forests and mountains and all that, but
yeah,
I don't know. I've always just liked Idaho. It's a pretty place. So
I think we're leaning towards Idaho. It's really fun. It's a pretty state.
It's definitely a high
populated.
probability that we'll move out of Utah. When that'll happen,
I have no idea.
Who knows?
We're still trying to figure our life out. All right, the next question is, what are our long-term goals? I think one of my long-term goals is just to be able to figure our lives out and get our own place and be able to have our own home, because we had one at one point in time, but then things happened and we had to move out. Yeah, that's what my long-term goal is for now. Be able to have our own place and be happy.
Yeah, pretty much the same over here. But kind of back on the previous subject, my long-term goal is to join the military for, I'm not sure how long. We've talked about it, and it could be a short time frame where it's like, I don't know, like 6-10 years, something like that, or it could be all the way up to 20 years, so I can get a full retirement package from the military. Haven't really decided that just yet, but I want to be self-reliant. We want to get a bunch of property out in Idaho and have kind of a farm going on.
Definitely, we're gonna get some horses.
Horses,
Number
chickens,
one animal that's on my list.
dogs, cats. I don't know. We haven't decided all the other animals yet because she doesn't really want like cows and stuff, but I do. So we'll see where that goes.
All right. The next question is, what is our favorite food? If I had to choose, I'd probably choose meatloaf or sushi. I really like meatloaf. Like, it's just one of my favorite meals. Or sushi. I've always loved sushi. If I had to pick a restaurant, it's definitely Red Lobster. I love seafood. Shrimp, sushi, lobster. It's good stuff.
I'm a little bit simpler. Usually, I mean, there are certain things that I like a lot, but I usually fall back on the old pizza. So.
Yeah, you're a boring one over there.
Yep.
What's your favorite food?
She's like, anything I can get in my mouth.
Anything I can get in my mouth, huh? Alright, the next question is, favorite thing to do with Natalie? I think my favorite thing to do with her is just to play with her and watch her grow. She's come so far and she's getting so big. Just listening to her talk and watch her. She's so smart. Like, we'll have a container of toys and she'll pull them out and then put them back in. She's just so smart.
I don't know. There's a lot. She likes to snuggle and play, and so I really enjoy being around her as long as I'm not like. At some point, I'll get stressed if she's being grumpy. If she's being really grumpy, I'll get stressed and I'll need to take a breath. But
oh no, he got you. Okay. All right. I guess she wants you now. Okay. What is our pet peeve about each other? Like, what is my pet peeve that he does, and what is his pet peeve that I do?
I already know what you're gonna say. I already know what you're gonna say.
Oh, you don't? I don't know. Let's see what
I think I do, but
about
we'll
me.
see.
Oh, bonk! Oh, she does that a lot too. Just randomly whacks her head. Oh, did you hit your head? Oh, poor thing.
I don't know. I think it would probably have to be. You can be a little bit nitpicky.
Yeah, I guess I can.
A little bit nitpicky sometimes, and if I don't.
Any examples?
Yeah, so. Not precisely at the moment, but.
Okay, I think my pet peeve for him, he probably already knows what I'm gonna say. I hate it when he says, hold on, or just a sec. Like, he says it constantly, and I'm just like, just do it! Why do you need a sec? Why do you need to hold on?
To drive you nuts.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it drives me crazy.
Called it, guys. I called it. I knew that's what she was gonna say.
Yeah, alright. This question is for me. What is my silliest fear? I wouldn't necessarily say it's a fear, but I really, really don't like it when people, like, when I'm in a shower that I'm not used to, or I get into a tub of water that like has hair in it, or like when I'm bathing my dog, if I touch the water or touch his wet fur or just wet hair, it like grosses me out, and I'm just like afraid to do it. Like I hate touching wet hair. I hate touching like dirty water and like being in dirty showers that I'm not used to showering in. I'm just like,
she makes me clean it up.
Yeah. I can't. It's just, I don't know why, but it's just something that I can't do.
Yep.
Alright, this question is for you. What is the craziest thing that you have ever done for a girl?
What do you mean? I'm confused a little.
What is the craziest thing that you have done for a girl? Like your mom or your sister or me. Just anything that's you've done crazy for a girl.
Okay, so she's my only relationship ever.
Yeah, I'm special.
I
took his first kiss, and that story is really funny. Just letting you know right now.
You keep your mouth shut. Leave it down in the comments below if you really want to know the first kiss story, and maybe I'll do a separate short video explaining it.
Leave a comment. You want to hear it. It's really cute.
Anyways, the craziest thing I've ever done is probably the day we got engaged. A little bit of backstory. Like a week and a half previously, she had pestered me into telling her how I plan on proposing. Oh, get out of here. You turd.
Don't push me so hard.
So I was kind of upset about that, and I was trying to think of a new way to propose.
I don't like secrets. That's something
surprises.
You'll learn about me.
Surprises.
Secrets or surprises. I don't like either. Like, if you have a surprise for me, I'm going to get it out of you because I hate them. I just want to know. I suck at Christmas. I suck at birthdays. I suck at anything that involves a surprise. But anyway, continue.
Anyways, I was just like, we gotta do this. So I think I involved her sister Angela. So in the space of, so I called the Ochre Mountain Temple. Ochre Mountain or Ochre Hills?
I think it was Ochre Hills.
I think it's the Ochre Hills. Anyways, I called them to see if their little garden area was still going to be open for a while, because I knew it was going to take me a second to plan it, because it was kind of split second, spur of the moment, out of the blue. I called my buddy Josh, but I picked out the ring already, and I had kind of showed it to her in a series of rings that I'd been looking at, and she liked it a lot. So I was like, okay, well, that's the ring I'm gonna get. You did. So I put it on what they call layaway, so I would pay it off, and when I finally made the last payment, I could pick the ring up and take it home. We flew over to Fred Meyer's, picked up the ring. I came back to the house. I asked her dad went out to like feed the chickens or something, and I followed him out, and I asked him for permission. He said yes. And then I was talking to her sister Angela to help me kind of plan it. And so at the time, we had been discussing whether or not I was going to go into the military. And we were kind of undecided on it. And so I said, let's just go to the temple and pray about it. Little did she know. Angela, Josh, Mateus, and Kyle had all gone up to the temple before us, so they could try and film. Well, not try and film, but film. And we walked around. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'll explain the story.
Speaking of, when we were walking to the temple to get to the garden, I saw them. And I was like, is this what I think it is?
Yeah, you should see her face when I proposed. She couldn't even look at me. But anyway, so we walked around front where the fountain was, and I sat her down, and I got down on one knee, and I asked the question, said, will you marry me?
I said yes.
Well, obviously.
Obviously.
But the funniest part about the story was I asked her the question, and she went like this. And just hid her face in her hands, and just didn't say anything. And I was like, is that a yes or a no? I was really confused.
I was like, yeah. I didn't even move my hands. I was like, yeah.
Funny part of the story, side note. So 4 people there to film.
And not
all
one
4
of them
filming.
got the...
No one got it on camera. No one.
So we had to reenact it. It was so funny.
Yeah, so anyways.
Alright, anyway, that was a really
That was probably the craziest thing
question.
Yeah, it was.
For a long answer.
That's the craziest thing I ever done. I threw a proposal together in like 3 hours, and it was insanity.
Alright, the next question is, how did we meet? How did we meet each other, love?
So we met through a mutual friend, Braxton.
So
you may have seen my other YouTube channel. We go out and explore the mines and stuff.
yeah.
He was friends with her sister Angela for a while.
I was friends with him in high school too, but we weren't the greatest friends. He was more of Angela's friend.
And he was in my ward. And one day he invited me over to watch a movie at his house. And Angela was there, and I met Angela. And then we watched a movie there, and then Angela said, well, maybe next time we can watch it at my house because we have a really big TV and a sound system that's really nice.
It is
So
nice.
we were all like, yeah, that sounds like a good plan, whatever. And so the next time we decided to get together and watch a movie, I came over, and she had just gotten home from...
No, I haven't gotten home yet.
Well, you hadn't gotten home just yet.
They were picking out a movie.
Yeah,
I was at a friend's
which, by the
birthday
way,
party.
side note, it took us forever. For whatever reason, even
They were
with her
still
involved,
picking.
it would take us like an hour and a half, 2 hours just to pick a freaking movie.
They
and
were
it was
still
ridiculous.
picking by the time I had gotten home, and they were like 2 hours before I even got there.
Yeah.
So I was at a friend's birthday party, and I came home, and I was like, why are a bunch of guys in my living room?
Yes, because
And one of
Braxton
them
was
is
there, my
sitting
friend
by-
was Josh, and I was there, and Angela was there.
And his brother.
Oh, and Chris. Maybe Josh wasn't.
No,
Josh was
I
there.
remember him being there.
Yeah, Josh was there.
And the funny part is my sister liked him first, and so she was like getting all snuggly with him and being like, yeah, I like him, he's cute. And I'm like, I guess he's cute. And then a couple days later, he came over for our Super Bowl party, and that's when I like really started to like him. And I told him that night, and I was like, I like you.
I came over a few more times.
He came over a few more times, but I think the first day that I realized that I liked him was...
At first,
At
you
our
thought I
Super
was a
Bowl
jerk,
party.
and I was.
I was
gonna
like, don't
rip
hit my
your sister's
sister.
heart. Anyways,
It was funny.
Angela loves to rag on me because I informed her that I was going to date Megan. Because they both told me on the same day, Super Bowl Sunday, both through text, and I had to talk to my dad, my mom, and my sister because this one doesn't know how to text regular words, and so I was so confused. I wasn't sure if I was reading the text right, and so I had to
It
ask
was
3 different
funny.
people. Anyways, and Angela loves to rag on me because I decided I was going to date Megan
On Valentine's Day.
on Valentine's Day, and so I tried to go over the night before. I did try, but I ended up telling Angela on Valentine's Day that I was going to date her sister instead, but she was okay
She
with
was
it.
fine with it. She got over it.
I don't know. I don't know if she ever really liked me. I
Yeah.
think she just thought she did
Yeah.
because she even helped me plan the date for that night. So she
Mhm.
went out and picked up our food and had like flower petals on the table and candles and stuff. So
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
First date. All right. Next question.
oh,
How
I
did
had
we
something
know
else I was
that we were each other's, like, the one? Like, how did we know that we were each
Soulmates?
other's soulmates? Yeah, that word, I guess. I think I knew that he was the one because he just made me feel so special. Like, some of the other boyfriends that I have had haven't been the greatest relationships because they haven't treated me the best. But he was just super nice to me, and I was just in love with him. I knew that I loved him. I think the funniest part about it was at first, when we first started dating, he was a little bit clingy, and I thought, I don't want him to be clingy because I don't like clingy guys, but I want him to calm down because I think I want to be with him forever. And so I think I just knew that he was the one. I just had a feeling because he just made me feel special, and he just made me feel so loved. And not a lot of guys have been able to do that. So...
and for me, it boiled down to the fact that literally for the first little bit of our friendship / relationship, She would get her phone taken away sometimes because she didn't go to school, or she would sleep till like noon or 1 or 2 in the afternoon, which isn't all totally uncommon this day and age. Right. Well,
especially I
right
was
now
only
with the
17.
coronavirus. So
I was only 17 too.
Yeah, so
that didn't help. Teenager rebellion.
but I had a job. I had a full-time job, and so I would text her in the mornings, and then she'd call me like right as I was getting back from my lunch break, and I would just have headphones in and keep her on the phone while I worked.
That was cute.
But for me, it was just almost any time we weren't talking or I wasn't around her, I felt empty inside. I just didn't feel complete. Like I was missing a part of myself. So there were times where I really wanted to talk to her, and I think either I'd upset her or something, and so she'd be ignoring me, and I just felt dead inside. Yeah, so that was just kind of how I knew. And side note, the way I treated her was just how I was raised. So yeah. Okay, stop playing with the kid. Read the next question.
All right, the next question is, how did you choose Natalie's name? Well, first of all, her last name is kind of chosen for her, Anderson, since, we're an Anderson family.
No, they had no clue.
The middle name that we chose for Natalie Ray Anderson, I think I wanted to name her after somebody in the family. So his grandma's name is Ray, his grandma's name is Ray, and my dad's middle name is Ray.
Middle name.
I said middle name. My dad's middle name is Ray, and his grandma's name is Ray.
Yeah, you just said name for my grandma, but
it's her middle name. It's her middle name. Sorry, my bad. So I think we just chose that it was.
Though.
Yeah, we did go RAE instead of RAY. A little bit more girly, but how we chose her first name. We were trying to think of a name that we liked for her. We liked Crystal, or we liked Aurora. I love Aurora. Like, she's my favorite princess, and she's always gonna be. And so I really liked the name Aurora, and so we were thinking, yeah, I like those names. So we were just kind of trying to think of different names, and then my mom recommended Natalie, and I was like, I love it. Let's do it. Natalie Ray Anderson. That's how we got her name. We just liked it and chose it. So. Oh no! You got your pinkies. Say, oh, you got the hiccups.
Been laughing too much.
All right. Next question is, how do we have a healthy relationship / marriage? Our relationship isn't always the greatest, but that's kind of what marriage is. It takes work. I think one of the main things.
Two people trying to get along.
Yeah,
for the rest of their lives,
very, very different people, but very, very similar people, all in one. It's crazy. I think one of the main things for me, anyway, is I just think that communication is key. If I'm feeling down, or I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling unsure about myself, or unsure about us, I just need to talk to him. Apparently she's going bye-bye. Say bye-bye. I love you, guys. Thank you for watching. Okay. I think
say like and subscribe.
I think that's just one of my main things.
Don't do that.
Just communication and being able to express yourself to your partner, and being able to have good conversations and spend time together. Try to find time to talk to each other. Like when we were dating, we were living apart, we would Skype, and we would Skype to each other when we're falling asleep. Like we would fall asleep to each other on Skype. So that was really nice. So I think that's one of the things that I think that makes a good relationship, is just making sure you communicate to each other. And yes.
Play with something besides the stool that's holding the phone.
Alright, anyway, your turn. Natalie, look. Look at Mama
I can't argue with anything she said. Definitely communication's key. But there are times where maybe taking a step back isn't necessarily a bad idea.
She's back.
Because we have... It tends to drive her a little bit nuts, But when I can feel that the conversation is getting heated and we're just going to start kind of yelling or something, and we're just kind of arguing and we've hit a brick wall and we're not going to go anywhere, I kind of take a step back and I'll leave the room and I'll go walk away and I'll kind of let it cool down before I'll come back and I'll talk about it. And then it drives her nuts, but it's
making
necessary.
sure that you don't say something that you're going to regret is a good idea. Because you can't take your words back.
Well, yeah. And
Ouch.
You're not going to get anywhere. You could say something that you regret.
Thank you for that, daughter.
So, yeah.
She just punched me in the eyeball. Alright, that is it for our video today. I think next week we'll go over a few more things. We have one more question somebody asked for our love story. I think we'll turn that into a story time kind of series where we'll go over some of the
a separate video.
main things, or just a separate video explaining our love story and stuff like that.
Maybe we can throw the first kiss story in there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you guys want that, make sure you comment below, give it a like, and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Be safe out there.
Yes, definitely be safe. All right, bye-bye.